A woman's well-being is a complex interaction between her physical, her emotional, her mental, and her sexual well-being. And it's so important, if not more important, in the postnatal period that we recognise this for mums. So when it comes to our physical well-being, what I want you to remember is that movement is medicine. We need to move to actually kind of feel physically well in our body, which has a huge impact on our mental and our emotional state. But we also need to adjust our expectation when it comes to return to exercise. So for the first 6 weeks, take it easy, ladies, kind of gentle walking, a bit of pelvic floor engagement. 6 weeks to kind of 4 months, build it up a little bit more in terms of walking, swimming, Pilates, those types of things. No impact till around that 4-month mark. And if you can get a women's health check before you do that, I would highly encourage you to do it. So when it comes to sex, it can be so scary for women returning to sex for the first time. And I want to just reassure you that for most women, it's not nearly as scary as it seems, and to really make lubricant your friend, okay? The vagina is very dry in the postnatal period, and a lubricant can actually kind of help make the process a lot easier to start with.
Well-being is all about setting realistic goals for yourself. Your body has been through so much in the past 9 months. It's really time to reset and take things slow. You may be rushing to get back to your pre-baby weight, but that is not possible and it's not realistic. Take it slow. Don't rush it. Let your body do its thing. Let it heal, and the weight will start to fall off, especially if you're breastfeeding or if you're just focusing on nutrient-dense foods. Forget about fad foods. Forget about going on strict calorie-restrictive diets. The only thing that's going to do is impact on all the good nutrients that you're giving your baby and also on your energy stores. So remember that we don't have to be the best version of ourselves straight away. You are good enough and your body will get back to its normal weight in time.
There's a very common saying around bringing babies home, and that is, it takes a village to raise a child. And for everybody, that village looks really different. And that village is there to support you as parents as you go through this journey with a baby. So you've got to remember that everyone's village looks a little different. So some people don't have a lot of people around them supporting, and they're really relying on each other to get through those early weeks of having a baby. Whereas others have grandparents, parents, brothers, sisters, aunts and uncles. And how do we sort them all out? So you've got to remember it's what's working for you, and we've got to be able to communicate to them what type of help we need. And that could come from someone taking the baby for a walk so you can have a bit of time to yourself, right through to can someone bring us a dinner for a whole week, because that's all we can manage. So remember to care for yourself so you can care for that baby.
Well-being is such an important topic. I know in my clinic, I always talk to parents about being able to take care of yourself first. When you're taking care of yourself, then you can be a better partner. And when you're a better partner in a couple, you're better at being parents. So it's really important to create new rituals and routines that help support you. Not only that, it's really important to be a help seeker. I know as a help seeker myself, and a new mum, I have not been very good at doing that. And that I've needed people to pull me up on saying, hey, Jamie, you've got to ask for help sometimes. And the most important thing I would say to parents is that before you have your baby, help people notice what those signs and symptoms are for you of when you're overloaded and stressed, so that they can ask you if you need help.
You know what? You know your baby better than anyone. And what I want you to do is always trust your gut. Trust your instincts when it comes to your baby's health. If something isn't sitting right with you, please back yourself. Go and seek medical help. And if you're unsure, always ask the questions. There's no silly questions when it comes to your child's health. So always trust your instinct, and remember, you know your baby better than anyone.
We're often telling parents that you can't pour from an empty cup and you need to fit your own oxygen mask. And often parents are thinking that's all well and good, but how do I actually do it? One of the things that my partner and I developed over the years of having our 4 boys was a little system of tapping each other out. So sometimes I might just realise I've had a really long day with one of the babies or a really hard afternoon with a toddler, and I would just say to my husband, I need to tap out. He would know that I need a break. And whether that's a walk or a shower or a rest, it doesn't really matter. It's about taking yourself out and stopping just for a minute. We also developed a system where we might spot each other looking a little bit stressed as you're rocking the baby or a little bit worked up with the toddler, and we would just say to the other person, I'm going to tap you out and take over. It really worked for us, and it is a good way of allowing yourself to stop and rest and rejuvenate when you're in the trenches with a little baby.